Well, what is up, boyos? It is Water Buffalo Man here, and we're back for more Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle. Alright, so we got the Audacious Finish Super Saiyan 3 GOTENKS How to Build guide here. We're going to jump right into it really quickly because he drops in about 4.5 hours, so I want to make sure this is out for you guys. We have his leader skill is leader skill is Majin Buu Saga category, key 3, HP attack and defense to about 200% to all 3 stats. 12 key super attack is the Super Kamehameha, greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to enemies, so he's stacking 50% off his already ridiculous attack and defense. 18 key, so his Ultra Super is Die Missile Barrage, which greatly raises attack and defense for 1 turn, causes Mega Colossal to damage to enemy, and greatly lowers defense. So pretty solid actually. His 200% leaders are, as you can see, he fits on the Kamehameha category, both of the Super Saiyan 3 Gokus, the Majin Vegeta, and as well as these guys here that are all Majin Buu Saga specifically, because this is who you're going to want to be running him with, is specifically Majin Buu Saga. Yeah, he fits on these other ones, but you generally want to stick with Majin Buu Saga. His passive skill is Time-Bound Dead Heat, key +7 and attack and defense of 200% start a turn, plus an additional defense of 77% when receiving an attack, and after receiving an attack, plus an additional attack of 77% within the same turn. So he gets a 77% defense buff, and then after receiving that attack, he gets an additional 77% attack in that same turn. I don't know if it carries over. I think the defense does, but I don't know about the attack stat. Reduces the damage by 22% for 5 turns from the character's entry turn, plus an additional defense of 77% and damage reduction of 33% when there's another final trump card category ally on the team. So that puts him at 2 double stacks of 77% defense, which is about 54% on top of the 200 he starts with, plus 55% damage reduction for the first 5 turns, which the final trump card is really easy to get to happen when you link him with not even link him, just have on the same team this Vegito here, because he's a final trump card. He randomly changes key spheres of a certain type to rainbow key spheres, plus 1 per key sphere obtained, so I mean, that's just, he gets 2 key spheres per anything, plus an additional attack and defense of 100% when key is 12 or more, so guaranteed another 100% defense, plus an additional attack of 77%, and launches an additional super attack when key is 18 or more, so that means you're guaranteed 2 greatly defensive stackings, for this 1 turn that is. Plus an additional attack of 77%, performs a crit when activating the active skill, or key is 24. So in this point, you really don't want to do anything to crit, it just tells you that right there, so you generally want to build him additional dodge. High chance of a defense of 777% within the same turn when receiving a super attack. This here is where I'm a little confused. He has a high chance, which is 50, of gaining an additional 777% defense within the same turn when receiving a super attack. But then there's another bullet point of reduces damage received by 44% temporarily and counters with ferocious power when receiving a Ki Blast super. I'm not sure if these two are tied together or if they're separate, because this could automatically activate and you have 99% damage reduction if someone uses the Ki Blast super on you right off the start. I don't know if this is triggered instantly, like if the 50% triggers on this, if this goes, or if this doesn't trigger, can this still go by itself? That I do not know yet. I'm not entirely sure if these two are tied together. So he's got an active skill as well that is called Super Ghost Kamikaze Attack. Massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage to enemy, and defense plus 77% for 1 turn. Activation conditions can be activated after the character receives an attack 3 or more times in battle, or when there's a final trump card category ally attacking on the same turn starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. So 3 turns, or well, just 3 hits, or 4th turn. So relatively easy to get that additional defense buff. You should be at a far enough point in the fight where that'll be beneficial to you. His link skills are really, really nice. He's got a lot of categories, which I'm not going to cover all of those. 55% stats look alright for the most part, especially with the high defense he's going to have and damage reduction. But for those of you that are going to be going for the 100%, you're looking pretty good overall. So his best linking partners, ironically, are the 2 blue units that EZA'd recently and got that super buff because of the boosted time frame we're in right now, with the 10th anniversary coming. His 3rd best linking partner, which will probably be the easiest one for you to kind of run with, because slot 1, slot 2 kind of situation here, is the Int Transforming GOTENKS, as well as you can slide this guy in here with 5 links, and he links 4 out of 7, with this guy, as well as 5 or up for the remainder of these units here. This GOTENKS and Piccolo actually fits pretty well side by side, so that could be a kind of a decent pairing, because I don't remember if this is a support unit or not. But he looks pretty good overall as a unit, and there is a free-to-play summonable super attack fodder, which I'm probably going to start working on here pretty soon to get, actually. So how do we build this guy? Well, he's kind of pretty easy to decide what you want to do, really. Since his 24 key is a guaranteed crit, and you could do that pretty much all the time, because he gets guaranteed key plus 7, 2 key per key sphere obtained, it's kind of pretty easy to get to this point. You got to think, like I was saying, if you link him with him, there's 5 key right there, so that's 5 plus the 7 is 12 plus the 6 from the leader skill. That's 18 off this rip. You only need to get him 3 key spheres and he's at max. So you're looking at, you really don't want to build him at all for crits because he's guaranteed crits. So top left is going to be, we're going to go with 6 for additional. Top left is going to be 3 additional, 6 dodge, 5 crit because he's tech types, he's got built-in crit. And the bottom right is going to be 3 additional, 9 dodge. So you're looking at a total of 6 additional, 5 critical, and 15 into dodge. And then across the board for the skill orbs, bronze, silver, and gold, you are going to be going additional and dodge all across the board. I do not see a point in going crit. You can go additional defense if you don't want to go dodge because of his high damage reduction. But again, that damage reduction is only for the first 5 turns. He gets that 22% buff. And if there's a final trump card on the team. So remember that and that defense buff. But 6, 5, and 15 left, right, and center for crit, additional, and dodge. And then gold, silver, and bronze, we're going to go additional dodge all the way across the board. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys back here tonight for some summons.